Did you recently injure your ankle and feel increased weakness in your ankle joint even though the pain has gone down? Today, I'm going to talk about exercises that will strengthen your ankle and help with the walking and stairs. After you sprain your ankle ligaments weaken and they do not get stronger on their own. You have to strengthen your ankle properly to avoid re-injuring it. Assuming that you could stand in one place without increased pain, you could try the heel raises exercise in a standing position. Lift your heels up and down for up to 10 repetitions and then sit and rest. If you feel immediate pain when you do this exercise, you should probably do seated heel raises as well as other seated ankle strengthening exercises that I talked about in my previous video. I'll leave the link down below. If you could do at least 3 repetitions of heel raises exercise in standing with some support by putting your hands on a table or back of a chair, you could try to do 3 sets of 3 repetitions of assisted standing heel raises and try to increase the number of repetitions per set by 1 to 2 per week until you could do 3 sets of 10 repetitions of assisted heel raises in standing without increased pain. When you get to that point, then you could try to do heel raises in standing without holding on to anything for assistance. Another version of heel raises in standing is heel raises on a step. This exercise is a bit more challenging than heel raises on the floor, but there are also more benefits. You could do this exercise on a step or a staircase, or you could use an aerobic step or even a phone book. Hold on to handrails for balance. Keep the front half of your foot with the toes on the step and keep the back half of your foot with the heel off the edge of the step. I like to start by lowering the heels, so you could start with the stretch in the back of your ankle and your calf. When you feel the stretch becoming more intense, lift your heels into a heel raise. When you reach the top of the heel raise, lower the heels down into the stretch again, and then raise the heels up again. Repeat for up to 10 repetitions for 3 sets. The reason I like this exercise is because you get to stretch and strengthen your ankle at the same time. If the heel raises and standing exercise is too easy for you, if you could do 3 sets of 10 repetitions of standing heel raises, you could attempt single leg heel raises. This will double the intensity of the exercise. If you have injured the same ankle more than once, I highly recommend that you properly strengthen your ankle. Whether it's walking, running, going up or down the stairs, we have to push off of one foot during these activities. So it makes a lot of sense for us to strengthen the ankle on one leg. Lastly, it is also a very good idea to include strengthening the ankles doing standing heel raises with the knees slightly flexed. The muscle that we use while we do heel raises in standing with the knees straight is slightly different than the muscle that we use when we do standing heel raises with the knees slightly flexed. So it's a very good idea to do standing heel raises with the knees straight as well as standing heel raises with the knees slightly flexed. If you feel increased pain, whether it's during the exercises or after doing the exercises, it is a good idea to ice the ankle immediately. I went over the RICE method in my last video. RICE, which stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation. If your ankle is sore the day after you do the exercises, you could do the heel raise exercises every other day instead of every day. The next video is going to be about standing balance, which is also a very important part of the ankle rehabilitation. If you injure your ankle due to a fall and you don't want to fall again, you need to work on your standing balance.